My name is Matthew Trunnell. I'm responsible for research computing at the Broad. B1Tst0re is a new Broad platform that will offer a suite of research computing services to the Broad scientific community. The first service offered by B1Tst0re will address the storage and protection of electronic data. We have implemented a pay-as-you-go model that will fundamentally change the way that groups acquire and pay for storage at Broad. This model will be both more economical and more agile in addressing the growing demand for storage. You may have heard the terms data deluge or big data applied to life sciences computing. With the increase in throughput of laboratory data acquisition technologies like next-generation sequencing, the Broad's electronic data stores have increased by a factor of more than 50 in only a few years. We now have more than 2 billion files spread out across 39 million electronic folders with some 4,000 unique data owners. These data stores represent the work product of the Broad. They also contain the results of computational experiments long since forgotten, temporary files never cleaned up from experiments, or files left orphaned by someone who departed the Institute many years ago. Last year, the Broad spent close to $1 million on high-performance disks, keeping a large volume of data online that no one looked at. By making transparent the substantial costs associated with maintaining and protecting the more than 10 petabytes of research data here at Broad, B1Tst0re seeks to engage the research community in active stewardship of our data. We need to collaborate to ensure that data are stored in the most cost-effective manner, available for analysis, and protected against loss due to hardware failure, human error, or catastrophe. Broad's central storage infrastructure comprises enterprise-class hardware that protects all of our data against loss due to common hardware failure. And hardware failure is common. With more than 10,000 disk drives spinning in our data centers, we suffer a disk drive failure every day or two. Data are also protected against inadvertent deletion through a technology called snapshotting. This is not unlike the trash can or recycle bin on your desktop. Data of particularly high value can be further protected against unlikely but catastrophic loss due to events such as fire in the data center. This is accomplished by periodically copying the data to a different data center in a completely different building. We call this disaster recovery insurance. This is an optional service and carries an associated cost. Today, about 15% of Broad's data carry this disaster recovery insurance. That fraction is probably about right for an environment like ours, where a substantial volume of data can be computationally regenerated more economically than it can be stored in multiple places. But again, we want to collaborate with you to ensure that it's the right data that are carrying this level of protection. We're very enthusiastic about the agility afforded by this new model. Whereas previously a research group may have had to wait several months to acquire and deploy a new piece of storage hardware, today B1Tst0re's storage-on-demand services can meet the needs of research at any speed. Under the B1Tst0re model, we can be much more agile in responding to requests for new and expanded storage. Moreover, research groups only pay for that storage that's actually in use on a monthly basis. All IT equipment has a finite useful life. In the case of storage equipment, the useful life is about 3 years. Imagine a research group needs 100 disks worth of storage to accommodate data generated over a 3-year research project. If they purchase all those disks at the beginning of the project and generate data incrementally, about half of the useful life of that equipment is wasted over the course of that project. By waiting to purchase storage hardware until it's actually needed, B1Tst0re can both minimize wasted inventory and take advantage of the fact that storage hardware costs tend to decrease over time. The next service will be the provisioning and maintenance of virtual machines, which have increasingly replaced group-purchased physical computers in recent years. Looking towards next fiscal year, we expect to offer a range of services related to the provisioning and administration of databases. Simply point your web browser to go/B1Tst0re or send email to help@broadinstitute.org. Again, I'm Matthew Trunnell. Thank you very much for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you at the B1Tst0re.